Assalamualaikum. We are from Group 6 and my name is Muhammad Syamil Naqidin bin Suhaimi and my metric number 194118.
Oh, my name is Raihana binti Tajuddin. My metric number is 194025.
My name is Shahira binti Muhammad Rahim. My metric number 193211.
My name is Shahida Amira binti Shukri and my metric number is 192946.
Okay, so today we will discuss about human activities solely contribute to climate change and asking for our view about the statements. So let me start with my first point. Let me start for our discussions. Okay. Climate change is a significantly increasing the likelihood of extreme weather events and their severity when they occur. So the impact on people by experiencing poverty and disadvantage and will increase poverty and inequality across the country. And then also back to the statements, human activity is a main cause of climate change. It also can contribute to climate change because because the changes in Earth it can cause the changes and atmospheres in the amounts of greenhouse across and cloudiness, aerosols and cloudiness. So the largest human contributions come from the burnings and fossil fuels. That is the one of the activities that humans make. Okay. So anyone?
For me, climate change is a change in statistical distributions of weather pattern when that change lasts for an extended period of time. Climate change may refer to a change in average weather conditions, and certain human activity has been identified as a primary causes of ongoing climate change, which often refer to as a global warming. So I believe that humans are increasingly the climate and the Earth's temperature by burning fossil fuel, cutting down rainforests, and farming livestock.
So, my turn to give a point of view. I think human activities can contribute to climate change by causing change in Earth's atmosphere, in the amounts of greenhouse gases, aerosol, and cloudiness. So, scientists have said that 97% from human activities can contribute to climate change. The main human activities also contribute to an enhancements of the natural greenhouse effects, which is contributions of fossil fuels, which can release greenhouse gases, clearing of forests for agriculture, which release carbon dioxide through increased biomass decay.
So I think I absolutely agree with you, Shahira, because these activities, which is the burning of the fossil fuels, it will arise the greenhouse effect, and these activities will alter the radiative balance of Earth by changing our atmosphere compositions. So therefore, this will enhance the nature of greenhouse effect. So, yeah. So the other examples that will increase the usage of fossil fuels are like the usage of oil and gases that we use to generate electricities, and how we use cars for transportations and the other forms of transport, and also power manufacturing and industry. So these are the examples of human activities.
Yeah, I agree with you because climate change also have natural causes. Like it can be affected by natural factors that by external to the elemental system for like you mentioned before, like you mentioned just now, you say about like using cars, something like that. So it give a bad effect to the environments and also to the human. So in addition to other environmental impacts, these kind of activities that human activities can change land surface and various substance to the atmosphere. So like like you mentioned just now, something like that.
Yeah, I just want to add also which is land use change the pattern of vegetation alters the reflectivity of the planet's surface and may reduce or promote the ability of soil and vegetation to absorb, store and will release carbon and carbon dioxide.
Yes, Shaira, you are right. Because deforestation leads to the climate change in our environment. What is why I said so? It is because the forests and also green trees they store large amounts of oxygen. It store large amounts of carbon. So these trees and the other green plants it absorb carbon dioxide from atmosphere as they grow. So when our forests are deforested and or clear or burnt, the stored carbon dioxide is released in our atmosphere. So therefore, it is important to protect natural ecosystems and re-establishing our forests. It is because these are the important ways to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions.
Yes, I have the same point with you, which deforestation because of living trees absorb and store carbon dioxide, and if humans if they cut down the trees and that that beneficial effect is lost and the carbon stored in the trees is released into the atmosphere, which leads to the greenhouse effect.
If the technological development in our industry, one of the reasons that would contribute to climate change, and for example, the invention of new materials such as plastics. As we are aware, plastic are made of harmful chemicals, harmful chemical compounds, and the chemical able to remain active in our environment for thousands of years. So it means that it lasts for a very long time. So the lasting impacts of this material will dedicate the regulatory cycles and our ecosystems.
Yeah. Other from that, I believe that increasingly intensive agriculture also leads to greenhouse effect, which cow and sheep. For example, cow and sheep produce a large amount of methane when they are digest their foods. So if their increase their livestock farming will increase the
Greenhouse effect. So you were trying to say that when we are doing the agricultural industry, so that will be one of the reasons that contribute to the climate change.
And I want also to add that the impact of many of these gases, which is carbon and carbon dioxide, it will accentuated owing to their long-lived nature in the atmosphere, their relative contribution to the enhanced greenhouse effect.
As we know that climate change is not good for our environment, so I believe that there are many possible ways that we can do as a human in order to reduce these activities, because these activities are unhealthy and it will contribute to climate change. So do you have any ideas that you like to point out for the
I have an idea because there's a lot of things that we can do to prevent from climate change. Because Uh, okay, if this kind of activities like human activities keep going on, it will give a lot of effects and impacts on the Earth's surface and lower atmosphere, like you can mention carbon dioxide and else. So for example, so I think there's a lot of ways to prevent, such as like improving the energy efficiently of buildings to reduce emissions from heating.
Sorry, can you
Oh,
explain more about that?
Aku tak faham. Kau bertanya, saya soalan ada tiga.
Okay, skip.
Sana. Terus.
Terus.
Apa lah aku tanya?
Aku tak faham.
Tak apa, kau ingat ni.
Oh, ya.
Aku tak orang ni.
Tidak panjang kan?
Okay. The second ways is planting forests and tree to remove excess carbon dioxide from our atmosphere. So we plant more trees and forests to increase the carbon dioxide. Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're right.
And the third one is reducing fuel emissions associated with motor vehicles.
Yes. I think that by like as mentioned by Shame, we are reducing the usage of like transportation like cars. The possible ways that we can use, as for example, like we are like doing carpools or using public
Oh.
transport, so that will reduce the usage of run cars and other forms of transport.
Sharing car also can.
Yeah, carpools.
Carpool,
yeah.
Carpools.
Sorry, I do.
Okay.
Apart from that, I think we also can reduce. They should reduce cutting off the trees. Just like Shamil or Rahana said, which will increase the carbon dioxide in the trees.
And
Yes, Shaira.
my point to prevent is we can also replace our current home appliance, which is refrigerator, washing machines, dishwasher, with high efficiency models. And also we can use recycled stuff to to prevent the climate change.
Okay. So other than that, I think that as I said just now, that plastic is very it's not good for our environment. So the other initiatives that we can do is to reduce the usage of plastics, and maybe we can use like paper bags, by reducing plastics.
Reduce
Okay.
open burning.
But other than that, like we have to reduce the open burning, because open burning is
Very harmful.
it's very harmful, because when we are doing the open burning,
It will affect.
Yes.
it will affect the environment.
We also can ask the government to make imposing heavy fine to the people who did this kind of activities, so they will be afraid to make an open burning, something like that can be affected to our environments, like climate
With smoking
change.
also.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
smoking.
But I'm not smoking. I'm eating.
Okay. So I think we have come to the end of our discussion. So I think everyone have made very good points. So I think majority of us agree that human activities contribute to climate change.
Yes.
It's true, right?
Yes.
And there are many examples that there are many examples of activities that lead to the climate change. For example, deforestation, and the
Open
usage of
burning.
fossil fuels, the usage of plastic, and open burning, and agricultural industry. and I believe that as a very responsible human being, we have to
Prevent.
we have to prevent these kind of activities in order to protect our environment and our earth. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think that is all from us. Thank you.